Hello and welcome to the Game Shed with me, Jamie. Today I'm having a quick look at Rallycross in Project Cars 2. Now, we've just returned from EGX up in Birmingham, where we were lucky enough to have an interview slot with Chong, the COO of Slightly Mad Studios, to tell us all about this game and its do's and its don'ts and some of the background workings that went into making this game. So ever since returning from Birmingham, all I've done is play this game and I bloody love it. So I've got a race set up here just to go through the various bits and bobs. I will just show you. I have picked this here Olsberg MSE and I've picked this Dirtfish livery. There's tons of different liveries you can have. Backing out, I've picked the Wildcrest Rallycross South Africa circuit. And my race settings, 8 laps, it's at 11 AM, time progression times 2. That doesn't really have an effect on an 8-lap race. But let's back on out of there. And our opponents, I've got it set to 65. It's not the hardest, but it's just to give you some sort of idea of what's going on in the Rallycross mode. I'm gonna just up them to 50% aggressive, 50% cautious. The opponents are in the same class. They're not necessarily the same vehicle, but they are in the same class, and I'm setting myself last on the grid. There you go. It's as simple as that. So let's start this bad boy. Now, the thing I found with Project Cars 2 is literally anything can happen. The Rallycross is very temperamental at this current stage. I've got about 11 hours playtime. I'm still finding my way around Rallycross. I am not the best, as you are about to see, but I thought I'd bring you an 8-lap race just to show you what sort of stuff is in this mode. So let's start. Just before I do, I will tell you I am using an Xbox One controller, not my G29 steering wheel. They are two completely different things, but this is the kind of easy way into it, if you like. It's not as enjoyable with the controller, but it is still enjoyable. And I'm going for cockpit mode. So here we go. And off we go. We've got a great start there. So I'm just going to go easy into the first. Not going to cut that corner. If you make mistakes or if you cut the track, the race director will see it and he will... Whoa, hello. Got a little emergency in front of us. The race director will make you give your places back. Any advantages that you've gained by cutting the corners, you will be reprimanded for. Right, I'm just applying a little bit of handbrake here, there and everywhere, just to kind of get the car sideways around here. That is one of the things that Chong told us. You're going to spend a lot of time going sideways on Rallycross. Nice jump there to a gentle right-hander. Bringing it over to the right-hand side, hammering on the brakes a bit too eagerly there. Usually I like to throw in a surprise weather element halfway through the race, but I haven't actually done that in this mode, just so you can see a nice clear track and what it looks like. I'm not sure I'm going to win this race. We've still got quite a long way to go, so anything could happen. Just getting over to the right hand side, you can take that corner pretty much at full speed. Jumping over there. I think I'm catching him. He got nicely sideways through there. I just applied a bit too much handbrake as I went round.
Brilliant first sector. That's your best so far.
Swing it round there. Love that turn. You can get all kinds of out of shape on that turn. Oh shit, just lost the back end there as it stepped out on me. I think I'm gaining on first place. Let me know if you want to see any more any more videos from TGS on Project Cars 2, any different modes. Maybe you want to see me try some ice racing, or maybe some GT, or the Formula A, which is the equivalent of Formula 1, obviously, but without the licensing. Maybe you want to see me do some better driving than this. Some ice racing. I've said that. Some go-karting is what I meant. Right, come on, let's head down, Jamie. Come on, boy. I'm going to take a cheeky peek behind me in a second. Right, I seem to have a bit of a clear... Oh, fuck. Clear space behind me. If you haven't, do visit www.thegameshed.com and you can read our interview with Rod. Fucking hell, nearly stalled it. And find out all the little background stories and information and tips and all kinds direct from the horse's mouth, as it were. Fantastic game. This is definitely my favourite sim racer that's ever been made. Big claims, but it really is. I really have fallen for this game in a big way. Not just the rally mode, but most of the modes. Career mode I haven't spent too long in career mode. I've done a bit of the Porsche series. Fuck, who are you? Fucking hell. Looks like my man in first place got a bit of a shock when he came around the corner there. Let's try and do him now. Right up his bumper. Oh, you fuck. I've spent most of my time creating custom races. There's esport mode. There are community challenges. There's a whole lot of shenanigans in this game, including free practice, so you can get used to some of the handling. You're going to spend the first few hours of your time in Project Cars 2, not the first few minutes, but the first few hours, setting your settings to be to be something that you find enjoyable, whether that's complete and utter sim, whether it's a little bit more arcadey. All of the options are there. It's just a matter of tinkering, really, in practice mode. You can change settings on the fly in an event, so you get kind of to be able to test everything as and where you like, so you can get the most out of the game that way. Right, final lap, and I am in first place, and it's literally only because first place shit his pants when he came around the corner because there was no yellow flag. This mug parked up there. I'm going to try and hammer it a bit more. I've been racing very cautiously up to now, just to try and keep two wheels on the floor here. There we go, that was a bit better. Let's try and fly through here. I might lose the back end. That was a bit better. 1.5 seconds up on my previous best lap. Boom. There you go. So clearly the level of difficulty is a little bit too easy for me at the moment. So one of the suggestions that Rod of Slightly Mad Studios did say is you only want to make it a little tiny bit easy for you to win, not quite to that level that I just won. So I'll crank this up to 70. If I'm still winning by quite a margin, I'll crank it to 75, etc., until I find my balance where it becomes a challenge to me, where I've really got to nail those apexes, where I've really got to, you know, drift around the corners, and I've got to do everything in my remit to hold a good racing line. So that's about it for this video. Just a very short, sharp little look at Rallycross in Project Cars 2, a game I am absolutely loving in every way. Now, as I said previously, if you want to see me do more, if you want to see me try out any of these other vehicles on any of these circuits, please do drop a comment. Do remember to hit the thumbs up button to show your support, and thanks for watching, and until the next time, see you later.